All right, a pleasant good morning to everyone from Tony'sPicks.com. Welcome to Night Moves here for Tuesday, November 25th. I'm with DeAndre Stevenson here, and we're ready to, DeAndre, we're ready to preview the action. I hope you got all night because we got like 5 games or so, maybe a few more, but you know what? A little bit of a breather here on Tuesday with some good sports still. The Players Era tournament continues in Las Vegas. We're going to preview a few college basketball. We've got 3 NBA to go with the show as well, and a couple of them. We got some action, DeAndre. I don't know if I'm just trying to think of another term for because I don't know if the action is going to be in the action in this one.
Traction or something. I don't
trash
know.
Trash can.
Trash can is something. I don't know.
And then I had to send the link to DeAndre to get on the show, but it was intercepted. Just like all those passes in Monday Night Football.
And then at the goal line, that is crazy. The goal line, y'all get all the way down to the goal line and through all these interceptions. Man, y'all got to convert.
How about Joe Horn's son with 2 interceptions in the game? But he had to leave the game. He got injured, actually. Later on, that was kind of a bummer. I don't know if it affected the game because I think the Niners had already had their share of the points. But big win there for the Niners last night. DeAndre, I had the under here on the show. I'm sorry, I had the what did I have? Yeah, I had the under on the show there last night, right? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And, in the game. So look, Panthers is not a negative necessarily there in your old favorite NFC South division because the Bucks lost, so it's still going to be between those 2 teams. Either the one's going to be in the playoffs and one isn't. Tampa Bay and Carolina, and just Tampa Bay still has all that experience, and they usually win the division. So still going to be up to Carolina, and I don't know. Bryce Young after that big game last week, DeAndre. Little bit disappointing. I know Tet McMillan let him down a little bit. He didn't have his best game, the rookie receiver who looks to be a star, and he was kind of a no-show a little bit tonight. Other than he did have the big touchdown, but other than that, it just felt like the Panthers with Bryce Young, they might need another option, but they're kind of stuck because it's not like they're going to finish, with 3 or 4 wins and get a high draft pick. They got 6 wins, so they're behind a lot of teams. They might have to go the free agent route if they're going to. If this is a good enough team, anyways, in the future. But all right, and also NBA action last night. DeAndre, you brought us some great winners last night here on the show. You gave us last night the Warriors. There, you gave us the Kings. There, Kings are playing pretty well. I mean. They've had a couple of good games here, but DeAndre, you gave us the Kings on the show there last night. You rolled us some winners for sure here on Night Moves. How about Portland? You gave us Portland over the Bucks as a short dog last night, DeAndre. Great job on a lot of these games here last night. Toronto continues to roll there, and I will note, I know that we didn't have this one right. I gave it the total. How about I had the over on the Detroit, Indiana? But how about Detroit and Toronto still, DeAndre? Who's going to stop these teams? They're still going.
Yeah, nobody had these 2 teams at the top of the standings at the beginning of the year. The Pistons on a 13-game win streak. We just seen them lose 28 games in a row like 2 years ago. So time's changing, these trash teams are actually getting better, so.
And Tyler Hero was the hero of that game because they didn't get the number, I know that, but he came back and made a big impact in that game. So we're going to preview the 3 NBA, and we got some, like I said, we got some trash can football. I like that. We'll call it trash can football.
You talking about I like that? Yeah, man. Cause man, I see a team land 2 touchdowns that haven't even been competitive on the road.
All
So
right,
it's like,
I'll just bring it up. I'll just put the graphic up there right now. I mean, here's the problem, DeAndre, right? For as bad as Massachusetts has been this season, and they've gotten all the notoriety for being the worst team of the right in the country, but they're not playing exactly the best team of the MAC here either. In Bowling Green, DeAndre, they're Bowling Green's lost a bunch of games in a row here too, and not only that, they can't cover any spreads. So this is it, DeAndre, the game of the year. You've got Bowling Green coming in here, 3-8. They're 0-5 against the spread as a favorite. They're taking on UMass, who is 0-11 straight up. We know that. They've actually covered 3 games, and they're getting is Bowling Green bad enough that even Massachusetts can cover this? Could they win?
they could probably win, man. They probably could win. They could probably end the season off with a win, man. Like I said, I just think that this Massachusetts team played the toughest schedule. Like Mr. Ramon said, this Bowling Green team can't cover to save their life. Now y'all got them on the road, laying 2 touchdowns and the hook. Nah, man. I think UMass is going to be competitive in this game. I think that they're going to try to come out and try to get the upset. I'm seeing plus 500. I'd take a shot with UMass. I don't like this Bowling Green team. You're getting bad quarterback play. They're not really running the ball well. And like Mr. Ramon said, they're not covering at all. Home, away, favorite, underdog. They're not covering. So I don't want to lay 14.5 with a Bowling Green team.
Yeah, Bowling Green, they've lost 5 in a row, and 0-5 against the spread. At least with UMass, they do have uh, just as many covers this year. Well, I mean, Bowling Green does have 4 covers this season, but those were all early, and then they kind of caught up with. So they've lost and failed 5 straight, but UMass is at least 3-8 against the spread this season. So I think you might be right there. What happens, DeAndre, when 2 crappy teams? Does it go does it go over? Does it go under? I'm gonna try over. I think it goes
Yeah,
over.
by it being the last game and all this and all that, trying to
Okay,
get a win.
I'll do it then. But here's the problem: Bowling Green is 0-5 to the under. As somehow this team, DeAndre, was favored in 5 games this season.
Yeah,
Bowling Green.
and
When it was, I don't know. Actually, it was last game. They were favored over Akron and lost.
and,
They
and
also were
lost outright.
oh god, they were favored over Buffalo and got blown out. They were favored against Kent and lost. They were favored against Central Michigan. How was this team a favorite over anybody? So I don't think I want to throw that in there that 0-5 to the under, because all those teams are better than UMass. I think
And
in
Mr.
a
Ramon
crummy
just
game,
gave y'all that this Bowling Green team was favored a lot.
they were favored 5 times somehow. This team, UMass was, believe it or not, UMass also was a favorite in a couple games this season, um, way early on here. All right, we'll get that one out of the way. By the
Yeah.
way, there's a time change there for anybody that, or I don't know if it's a time change, but just to, we know tomorrow it's pretty much about college basketball tomorrow in the sports betting realm, but just in case, this game, DeAndre, is at 4:30 Eastern and 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So we do have a kind of a late afternoon game for if you're really into it, DeAndre. If you're really gonna have a football game, you'll get one. All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's I'm sorry I didn't say hello to our friends in the chat, DeAndre here. Let's see who's
Yeah,
here.
I've been checking them out. I just been trying to, just get all this out the way, and then at the end, I've been
Okay.
seeing them though. I've been seeing my boy Timmy Tushu talk about Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga gonna be in a good spot tomorrow. We ain't got that game on the card, but I do think Gonzaga in a good spot tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks to those guys for coming in here and saying hello. All right, let's. Well, at least we've got a little better one here. And Sports Fan, hello to Sports Fan in there. Jerry
How
says
you doing,
UMass
sports
loses
fan?
by. Jerry says UMass loses by 30. They are very, very bad, but again, this Bowling Green is also not very good. Yeah, they got 3 wins. All right.
Welcome back, sports fan. Welcome back. Let's do it. Trying to
All
get
right, we
y'all
got
in and out of here. Get y'all in and out of here.
we've done in a jiffy here on night moves tonight. Okay, Western Michigan here and Eastern Michigan. Now let's be fair to Western. I said we got some crappy games, and it's
This
still
one
not.
definitely better than the first one.
Well, oh God, well yes, and you do have a team here. Obviously, in Western Michigan, they are in first place, DeAndre, right now in the conference, 6-1 record here coming in. Eastern Michigan, not so much. They're 3-4, 4-7, but they have won 2 in a row. Has Eastern Michigan wins over Ball and Bowling Green. Western Michigan, meanwhile, just beat Northern Illinois, covered the spread on the road. They also beat Ohio and covered the spread. They've won 3 straight and covered 2 in a row here. They are on the road in East Huron, Michigan here. Western at Eastern. Action here. This may be a little
Yeah, this should be a competitive game. Like Mr. Ramon said, Eastern Michigan coming off 2 road wins coming off 2 wins back to back. This Eastern Michigan team has been a pretty good cover team. They've been playing good at home, so sign me up with the home dog in this one, getting 7.5. I think it could be competitive, and even if they lose by 7, I still got the hook in my back pocket too, though. So I take the 7.5 with the home dog.
Eastern Michigan is 4-1 against the spread at home so far this season.
Let's
Both teams,
go.
though. Yeah, but both teams are pretty good. DeAndre, Western Michigan's 5-1 against the spread as a favorite, 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games, and they've been hot coming in here. That's why they're in first place right now in the MAC. Eastern Michigan though 4-1, like I said, 4-1 against the spread at home here. So I'm going to go under though for me in this one. You got a Western Michigan team that is kind of a long-term under here. They've gone under in 10 of their last 15, dating back to last season. But Eastern Michigan is 1-4 here to the under at home this season, playing a little bit of defense here. Is Eastern Michigan. They just held Ball State to 9 points in that win there on the road when they beat Ball by 15. So this one I will go under with Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, and Eastern Michigan on Tuesday. All right, we got through it. We got through the action there. Okay, going to go to the NBA here tonight with just 3 games to look at, but at least we got some games. All right, and all right, Atlanta taking on the Wizards here, and we all those teams that get a lot of talk. Atlanta's been pretty decent of late. Yeah, they're probably overshadowed by those teams. They're not on a big, huge winning streak here or anything, just 2 in a row, but they've been playing pretty well of late. Here, DeAndre, but taking on a Washington team that, how many is it now, DeAndre? They've lost in a row here. It's getting kind of tiresome here, but anyway, you got Atlanta almost double digits. Maybe they are 10-point favorites here against the Wizards.
Yeah, this is an NBA Cup game, and we know with this game, the Hawks is in a position where they got to score as many points as they can to help them out. Atlanta is shooting the ball well on the road. They're defending well, and the Wizards are 0-6 ATS at home. So I'll be on the Hawks. I like how they got Jalen Johnson in charge, running things, and they got the right pieces around him. So whenever Trae Young do come back, they should be ready to go.
All right, there for DeAndre, Atlanta and Washington says take Atlanta here. Yep, take Atlanta on the road here. Atlanta is 1-1 in the Cup so far, so they're still in it, trying to catch Cleveland. Toronto is already into they're into the knockout stage already from Group A. So, all right, DeAndre says take Atlanta in this one. And for me, I got to go over here with these two. You got a Washington team here, 4-2 to the over at home. And Atlanta's had a few overs here of late, and they are slightly over as a favorite, 5-4 to the over as a favorite. So I'll take the over here in this one. Like you said, the pressure's more on Atlanta here. With Washington is 0-2 in the Cup, so I don't think they're going to get there unless they win their last two and probably need some help. So DeAndre says take Atlanta here. I will take the over. All right. The Magic are taking on the Sixers here, DeAndre. Orlando looking good here in the Cup. They are 2-0 currently and 10-8 overall. Philadelphia 9-7, but they are 0-2 in the Cup right now. It feels like they're probably on the outside looking in, but they could turn it around. And look at this game where with a close spread in this one, DeAndre. So yeah, Orlando's in a pretty good spot, but Philadelphia could still do something. Banchero, he's still out. Embiid is questionable among the major injuries in this game.
Yeah, I like how you said that, Mr. Ramon, because as we know, man, this Orlando team has lost 5 of the last 8 games on the road, allowing 119 points per game. Philly is hungry to get a win in this NBA Cup game. They shooting the ball well. They shoot out the 3 at a high percent, and they making them. And they're also defending. They're defending the 3 well too at home. And like Mr. Ramon said, the Magic team got some injuries. I know this Phillies team got some injuries too, but I still think getting them at home where they play their best ball at, I think that they got enough pieces to at least win a game, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be on the home dog in this one. I'll be on the 76ers.
Okay. And it's not a real, Orlando, even if they did lose, they're both Detroit and Orlando are 2-0, and all the other 3 teams have 2 losses. So as long as Orlando wins, one of the next 2 games, they'll probably make it. They might not catch Detroit, but they could get the little. It's tough because you don't want to be with 2 losses, and you got to be in a group of the second place teams. That's how they decide the other team. So it is important still for Orlando, but I'll take the under, I think, DeAndre, in this one. How Orlando's been a big time over on the road. Their defense has been a little bit lacking, but I see the way you're calling it here, and I think that's the way I'm going to go too. Even though I believe the first meeting between these teams was a very high-scoring game, I'm going to go under here in this one with Orlando and Philadelphia here on Tuesday night. I'm gonna take the under 228 here in this one.
Timmy Tushu said he like maxi 3. No, he said he like maxi points. My bad.
Okay.
He said the Wizards are tanking for next season.
A lot of them are. How many years are you allowed to tank? Okay, I'll move on here. We got one more here tonight in the NBA Cup. Oh, look at this. The Clippers are still 5-12. Last I checked, DeAndre, it's not been great here. They've actually they won a game the other night. That was a plus. They beat Charlotte. Anyway, the Lakers here. Maybe this can be enough to get the Clippers motivated. They're only favored by 5.5. Lakers are hot, DeAndre. They've won 4 in a row here. I mean, they've been hot all season, but we just keep forgetting about them or not believing that this is real or anything like that. But it is, I don't want to say only 5.5. I mean, the Clippers can have their moments, I guess. But what do you think here?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I think the Lakers in the perfect spot to win and cover because we know last game the Lakers was laying 9.5 versus the Jazz, but we know that the Jazz play their best ball at home, and the Lakers was on the road. So getting the Lakers back at home is where you want them. We know that this Clippers team is not good on the road. We just seen the Cavaliers blow them out, and the Cavs haven't been good from an ATS perspective so far this season. The Clippers have lost seven. The Clippers have lost 7 of their last 9 road games, and they getting Kawhi and James Harden back in this game. You know they're gonna be a little healthy in this one, but I still think the Lakers got the better player in Luka and the right pieces around them. I think that this Clippers bench don't have enough to compete.
God, what happened? The Clippers had the bench last year. That's what made them so good. DeAndre Ayton is out of this game for the Lakers here, but everybody else is ready to go. Now, the Lakers are 6-0 to the over at home, and the Clippers tend to go over too, but I'm going with the eye test a little bit on this one, DeAndre. I'm gonna go with the under in this one between the Clippers and the Lakers here at 227. I know that the Clippers are kind of under specialists usually. Right now, they're not, but 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone under here. So I'm actually going to take the under in this one with the Clippers and the Lakers here on Tuesday night. That's it for the NBA. And let me see what's up in the chat here. Timmy said like the Hawks.
Let's go Hawks.
He was talking about it there.
Maxey. Harden been balling. Harden been putting everything on the line. Harden the dog, man. Everybody try to count Harden out. Harden steady shows up day in and day out, and he produce.
Okay.
He
I love
do it in the cutest way, the prettiest way, but he get it done.
No, he's not really showing. It's funny. He's not showing any. He's not. Doesn't feel like he's showing signs necessarily of aging. I mean, I know he's not. He's not over the hill, but he's not in the middle of his career anymore either. He's definitely on the downside, but he just keeps that dribble and that shot. Okay, let's. Hey, we picked a few college games to talk about here. A sports fan asking about Alabama. We'll see if we can get some requests. Greg likes Clippers to cover in that last game there. Okay, thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. This is an LA rivalry. That is an LA rivalry. Yeah.
You think so? You think it is? I mean, it is still.
It was when they used to share the same gyms.
Oh, you think it was a bigger
when they used to share the same gyms? Yeah.
Yeah, but when you say like on the road, do you think back when they played in the same arena, like you would consider? Because obviously, you have the different floor and the fans, the different season tickets there and stuff. But
so you're still saying this is a home game for the Clippers?
Yeah, they got that arena they have now is probably better than the Lakers arena. I don't know if it's better, but I mean it's newer and it's more expensive to build. They got that wall of fans, whatever that is. Okay, DeAndre, you said let's get started early in college basketball. Let's give some folks some early starts here. They're joining us, and why not talk about the earliest games on the card just to get them started, huh?
Man, wake up, get you something, and
Okay, well,
hey, I might put something together, man. Try to put something together.
All right, I might be up all night waiting for these games. Now we're going to go out to the Sunshine Slam here in Daytona Beach with Stony Brook taking on Bethune-Cookman. We saw the action yesterday here in the Sunshine Slam. Bethune-Cookman was a loser to Jacksonville, 69-64. Stony Brook ended up getting blowed out by Pacific, 86-58 here. But we want to get this one in because it's an early start here. These two teams are the teams that lost there on Tuesday. But what do you see here with these two? First game on the board, we want to do it.
Yeah, like Mr. Ramon said, both of these teams lost. They done got their bad days out. They done got all their misses out. They familiar with the goals. They familiar with the gyms, and I think that both of these teams can do enough to get us up and over this total. Yeah, both of these teams don't turn the ball over either, so I think they can do enough to get us over this total.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going here. You're going with the total over here in this one. And Bethune-Cookman's 3-1 to the over so far this season. Okay, so I think that Yeah, that's interesting there. And also, Stony Brook, they're 1-0 to the over as an underdog. I got them as an underdog here. They're also 2-1 to the over so far this season. Now, for me, I will look to the side here in this one between Stony Brook and Bethune-Cookman. I'm going to take Stony Brook here in this one. I think we have a team that maybe just a little bit higher on the totem pole as Stony Brook. Cookman has been, they've had a win over, they beat Ohio U, and they also covered against Dayton. That's no slouch. But Stony Brook did beat Brown by 10. They won and covered against Maine also by 71-60 as a 3.5 point favorite. So, and they also played Yale tough. And I don't know if you saw that Yale score tonight, DeAndre, that Yale ended up playing in a game that ended up, I think, in the 80s and 90s, the game against Akron tonight. I think Yale actually got the win over Akron tonight, 97-94. So I think that bodes well that Stony played them pretty decent, even though they lost that game. So I'm going to take Stony Brook in this one, plus a 1.5 against Bethune-Cookman. Okay.
Sports fan. I lean to UNLV in that one. It's a late start time for in that one. We seen the game might get pushed back.
The Alabama game.
So I kind of lean towards UNLV. Alabama couldn't keep it. They kind of let the other team pull away tonight. So
I thought they outplayed Gonzaga in the first half, or at least, and they didn't have much to show for it. They were actually losing, but I thought they looked a lot better in the second half. Gonzaga. I guess they're Gonzaga.
So I don't want to lay that many points with them on a neutral site after they was just a dog. Now I got to lay that many points with them. And UNLV was competitive tonight up until the last final minutes. They broke down must be the truth.
Yeah. No, I watched the meltdown. I don't know what I was, because they came. They tried so hard. They were losing there, and then they came back, and then once they gave up that late bug, then Maryland did kind of pull away there. It probably wasn't as bad as the score indicated there at the end. DeAndre ended up a 7-point game. Maryland ended up winning, but UNLV led that game at halftime, and they really played poorly defensively, I thought, in the second half. So I'm out here in Vegas right now. UNLV, that's a little bit of a disappointment. Brought in Josh Pastner here, and they've had a few clunkers here right now, and they were only 2.5 points. They didn't cover, even though you're giving them some kudos for playing hard there. I get you. Okay, let's look at another one here. We just want to pick an early one. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Greg said he faded UNLV there tonight. And Timmy talking about that game. Okay, let me go, DeAndre, to another one here. This is also at the this is out at the Orlando event here with Towson. They are taking on Liberty. In this one, you got Liberty here favored by 7.5. And the total here is currently 136.5 here. This is at the event in Orlando at the ESPN Event Center. In this one, DeAndre Towson here did get the. Let's see, you might have it here. I have it. Towson beat Rhode Island 62-55 as an underdog, and Liberty won 79-73. They did not get the number against Vermont, but Liberty obviously is having a pretty good start to the season at 5-0.
Yeah, like you said today, we seen a slow start from this Rhode Island team and Rhode Island and Towson team. I'm gonna lean to the under in this game. Both of these teams rely on their defense. They like to slow the pace of the game now. It's an early start. Towson take his time to get into his offense, and like I said yesterday in that Rhode Island game, I said if Towson was gonna win that game, it was gonna be because of their defense, and that's how it played out.
Yeah. So far, DeAndre, Towson is 1-3 to the under. They're also 0-1 to the under as an underdog. That was against Houston, by the way. But believe it or not, Towson here, they've been favored in every game until yesterday. Not the Houston game, obviously, but they won and covered against Loyola, Maryland. They held Norfolk to 41 points, but they didn't cover there. But for me, I'll look to the side here in this one. I think Liberty's pretty good. And they didn't get the money there yesterday, 8.5 over Vermont. Vermont's got a pretty good record, too. They came in 4-1 yesterday, and Vermont's always got a good program. But I'm going to have to lay it here with Liberty. I'll lay 7.5. To Towson. Towson did cover in their only game there, as I said, and as an underdog against the old Houston Cougars. So that's pretty good for Towson. They only lost by 17. Houston had trouble tonight, by the way, against Syracuse. That was a bit of a close. Syracuse had a big chance to win that game, really, there. And let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. Timmy says maybe Towson, can't they cover it? Okay. I'm on Liberty. All right.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
The old emu. I saw a new one there. The emu, they jumped out of a plane and crashed into a motorhome. All right. Let's keep it going here. But I thought the worst commercial of the season has to be when DeAndre, you don't want Tyler Huntley to come in and teach your son the birds and the bees. I thought that was kind of that one's a little weird. That one creeped me out. Okay, let's go to the Players Era Championship. We have a whole bunch of results from the first night, DeAndre. They only play the 2 games, and you got to beat your 2 teams as best you can. It's kind of a weird format, but you can't sit there and play a bunch of games. So, anyway, we got first up here. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. You got Houston going up here against Tennessee in this one, DeAndre. The good thing about this one is both teams are undefeated here, and that puts even more intrigue on the game here. For Houston, they did beat Syracuse in overtime, 78-74. Syracuse had that big tip in to kind of force to make it help go overtime. And then Houston did get the win there, 78-74. For the Vols here, DeAndre, they were the first up in the event on Monday, and they beat Rutgers. They probably landed 15. The spread was 15. Maybe some people had 14.5, but still Tennessee got it done. So here, though, Houston favored by 3. This is look, Tennessee's pretty good, but Houston's they're supposed to be one of the top. I don't know, DeAndre, where do you have them? Top Final 4, top 5 teams in the country. Yes, Tennessee's pretty good. What do you think here?
Yeah, I think this Houston team can win and cover the spread. The best player on the floor is Malu. This Cougar team is a top team in the country. This Houston team is tough. We seen this Tennessee team play Rutgers today. Rutgers wasn't good at all. They weren't competitive. By the middle of the first half, it was over with already. And I just think that in a competitive game like this, I'm gonna just go trust Houston, an experienced team. I'm gonna trust them.
Sometimes I think because of the nature of Houston games, right? Sometimes they don't get the. I don't want to say they don't get the respect. I think we all understand how good they are year in and year out now for Coach Sampson. I mean, they are. What can you say? They are once again here a national championship contender. You mentioned Milos Uzan, definitely a great player. Look, Kingston Flemings. This guy's a freshman out there, DeAndre, and he looks terrific. Actually, and they got Tugler as well. I mean, he's a big time presence in there. 6'8", but don't go up against him he'll block your shot, man. He'll block your shot, DeAndre. Tugler here, but I've got. Look, I'm going under in some of these Houston games, but I think in this one I'm going to take the over here at 134. right now. I don't think they're going totally over yet. Houston is 2-3 to the under so far. Tennessee's 3-2 to the over. I don't know if there's much to that yet at this point, but obviously Houston and Syracuse only went over, I think, because of the overtime. I think it was pretty close there to the number before the overtime. I think it was 150 yesterday, and it ended up 152. So it obviously was going, 140 yesterday there. But before the overtime, there were 18 points scored in overtime. So it was already, it was a little bit short there. So I'm going to go over, though. I'll stop mumbling and take the over. DeAndre liking the Cougs in this one. Okay, and thank you in the chat as well. Timmy does not get Houston right. When he's up, down. When he's down, he's up. He says he'll take Tennessee maybe here. And let's see, sports fan. What does he say? Team total. He might be talking about the Liberty game. Let me move on. We got a couple. We got another one here at the Players Era Championship, and this one's with Michigan. Oh man, DeAndre, Michigan took out my San Diego State team last night. Embarrassing fashion for San Diego State. Michigan won it by 40, DeAndre. 94-54. I know Michigan's pretty good. That was a disappointing effort from San Diego State, especially at the end. They just gave up. They got it within single digits at one point, and that was it. So Michigan comes off the big win. They're still undefeated. For Auburn here and Coach Pearl, the younger Coach Pearl, they did beat Oregon 84-73. They were favored in that game, DeAndre, was Auburn. But this time Michigan here is going to be favored right now. And, you talk about that. How about that kid on Michigan, man? He's huge, that 7-footer. He looks like he's 7'5". I saw him leave the game. I'm talking about Adai Mara. He left the game, but they got some other guys in there. They got Morez Johnson. They got Elliot Cano. So what do you got here?
Yeah, man. I told y'all yesterday, led with the Auburn team. They covered the day for us, and I just think that this Michigan team is overrated. I think Auburn got enough athletes to compete in this game and make it a competitive game. We were just laying points with Auburn now. We're getting them as a dog, and I think we're getting a good price with them. Keyshawn Hall is a big time player for this Auburn team. So with that being said, I'm gonna take the dog in Auburn.
All right. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, DeAndre, Auburn, they're 4-1 against the spread so far this season to go along with their 4-1 spread record. Michigan might be 5-0, but they're I think they have just 2 wins so far against the spread here. They covered against Oakland, laying 24.5, and they covered yesterday, of course. But they failed to cover against Wake as a 15.5-point favorite. They didn't cover against TCU, and they didn't cover against Middle Tennessee. So they might be perfect straight up, but they've lost 3 against the spread. That says overrated. That's kind of the definition of overrated. So look, DeAndre, Auburn, they are cooking. We just saw Michigan score all those points against San Diego State. Auburn's 5-0 to the over so far. I'm going over in this one. With Michigan and Auburn. I know it's 159 here, 159.5, but I got to go over with these two. Michigan is just I think 3 overs and 2 unders so far. So all right, let me see. Actually, yes,
Timmy too. Shoot them last 4 minutes. That's where it gets serious at. Free throws, turnovers, late game fouls, all that matters. All that matters.
So
bonus, all that matters.
Hey, Cal Dog, there he is. Hi, Cal Dog. Well, he didn't miss much. Cal Dog. Probably go back and watch
anything. They break it down into segments, and you will go watch it as a straight video. Appreciate all their love and support.
Yeah, we saw our new show here on the Tony's Picks channel there with Alessandro as well, preceding this one. So good luck to Alessandro, and maybe we can go on there and say hello. Okay. I got one more for you here, DeAndre, and this one's out west. This is just a non-conference game, but you have UCLA here on the road, they're actually playing Cal at the Warriors Arena. This is not on campus here, this one, but still Cal's kind of the favorite here against Baby Brother, and but UCLA is the better team. They're favored here in this one currently by looks like 8 right now, maybe even 8.5. UCLA coming in with a 5-1 record, and Cal's coming in here with a 5-1 record as well. Don't sleep on the Bears. Their loss was to Kansas State by 3 points. Remember that wild game against Kansas State? Ended up 99-96 last week, or God, that was 2 weeks ago now on that Saturday. UCLA's loss was to Arizona, 69-65. UCLA's covered a couple games in a row, but they were playing Presbyterian and Sacramento State. They do have both teams ironically played Presbyterian and Sacramento State here back to back, DeAndre, and UCLA went 1-1 against, or Cal went 1-1 against the spread against those two teams, and UCLA went 2-0. So what happened was UCLA played Sacramento, and on that same day Presbyterian played Cal, and then a couple days later Presbyterian played UCLA, and Sacramento State played Cal. I don't know if that was by design or what.
Yeah, this is a rivalry game, man. These two teams have history. I feel like this Cal team is dangerous in the ACC. Their offense is strong. Cal is a good shooting team. Their offense take high percentage shots. But the only problem with Cal is that the defense is not so good. But UCLA got a good defense, but their offense is not good. I think that we're getting a good price at a neutral site with Cal, and it's a rivalry game. So I'm gonna take the points with Cal here.
It's sad, DeAndre. You're like say, "Oh, rivalry game," and of course it is. I mean, like I said, UCLA is the baby brother of Cal, but it used to be a conference game just a couple years ago. Now it's not no more, not no more with UCLA in the Big Ten and Cal in the ACC. That's crazy. I hope Cal and Stanford, they might be able to work their way back into the new Pac-12, I think, in a few years and join San Diego State. The old Mountain West is becoming the Pac-12 now, and maybe there'll be room to bring back Cal and Stanford. Cal Dog says Golden Bears. He's Bay Area. Remember, Cal Dog is from
Keep
the
it
Bay
going.
Area.
Rewind. We talked about some early games. Just rewind and go back about 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah,
just tap the back button a little bit.
We covered a couple morning tilts for everyone. All right, DeAndre, I'm going to go under here. You mentioned UCLA's defense. I'm a believer. I know you're taking Cal here, but at 143.5, UCLA is already 1-5 to the under. They held Presby to 48. They held Sac State to 48. I know those teams are weaker, but UCLA held Arizona to just 69. They held West Georgia to 62, and they held Pepperdine to 63. I think I'm going to go under in this one, DeAndre, with UCLA and Cal. All right, DeAndre. Well, DeAndre, I guess you're going to leave me all alone to do my.
You've only got one hockey game.
One. I could do it with you here. I could make.
Come on, let's go.
Maybe I should make you make the pick in the hockey game here today, here, DeAndre. I mean, that's what I should do. Put the pressure on you.
Okay.
Okay, here you go. It's the Stars and the Oilers. This is a good game, DeAndre. I'll lay it out for you, and I'm going to make you make the pick. All right, you got the Stars come. Both teams pretty solid here this year. Now the Oilers are up and down. Okay, the Oilers are probably a little bit better at home than they are on the road. Dallas, one of the best in the league right now. 13 wins. 13-5-4 coming into this one. They also are 7-1 on the road this year, Dallas. Uh, but Edmonton, long term, Edmonton's still very, very strong. They're just down a little bit right now. They're still 500 here, 10, 9, and 5. And they're going to be favored here. They're 5. So Edmonton's 5-1-2 at home. They're playing much better at home here than Dallas. Dallas, though, on the road is, like I said, 7-1-3. So that makes it a little bit dicey, I think, here. Let me see what I have here for you. Also, maybe a little series history might help you. Dallas has lost 4 of the last 5 to Edmonton that they have played here right now. And let's see here. We got in goal Jake Ottinger for the Stars. He has a 2.84 goals against. His record is 8-4-2. Stuart Skinner, he's 8-6-3 with a 3.0 goals against and an 88.5% save percentage. There's a bunch of other things I could tell you, but the Oilers continue to kind of be a team that never reaches their potential. They got maybe the best player in the game, and you've even know Connor McDavid, one of the best in the game. But the Stars are solid too, and they're obviously have the better record this season. The teams did meet 3 weeks ago to the day, and the Stars won at home 4-3. DeAndre Stevenson.
Yeah, man. I'm in this game. Looking at what I'm looking at right now, I see that the Dallas Stars are 7-2 in their last 10. They're 7-1 away. They're 3-2 as an underdog, and I'm gonna take a shot with Dallas here. I know Edmonton been ruling this series, but I think this Dallas team but to turn it around. We see they won last game. But besides that, this Edmonton team been owning the Dallas Stars. So let's see if Dallas can get some revenge. So I'm gonna take the Dallas Stars.
All right. Well, that leaves me to the total, and I like the total. I'm glad. I'm going to take it. I'm going with the over here in this one. The Oilers are 6-2 at home to the over. They're 8-2 to the over in their last 10. And even though Dallas trends a little bit under, they are 3-2 to the over as an underdog. And I said that other game was 4-3. When they met.
Timmy Tushu said he on the Stars in this one. Good old Stars versus Oilers rivalry. Let's go.
Timmy's also got Draisaitl here. Draisaitl, DeAndre. He's got him for an anytime goal here. Also, he's got him with Erling Haaland. I will say this, to be fair about our sports betting day. Tomorrow there is Champions League soccer in the afternoon. So if anybody's a soccer fan, the big league, that's the big league, DeAndre, all the European champions in their own league, and they play usually on the weekday. So, all right, you did it, DeAndre. You're on the record here with hockey. Hey, let's go quickly, though, to wrap up the show over at Tony'sPicks.com and take a look what's going on over there, DeAndre, and preview the action here. But check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off our premium pick packages here. Solo had the big day. He was 5-3 there yesterday. And DeAndre here. Well, let's see what you were up to today, DeAndre. What do you got? What are you going to do here? I imagine some college basketball, huh?
Yeah, I got my Taco Tuesday best bet. That's some early action for the ones who wanted some early games. I got an early game in there. I think it's start noon my time, if I'm not mistaken. We didn't talk about that game on the show, but I got it in there for y'all. I got plays, man. I got plays. I got some plays loaded up, man. We just trying to find ourselves. I'm just trying to get back on that right side. I've been having 2 days. I hit a play, then I drop the next 2, or I hit a play, drop one. So I'm just trying to get back on that right side and get back into my flow. We still print units, but Just trust me on my Taco Tuesday best bet. If y'all want to make some money, profit guaranteed. Trust me. Let me put some money in your pockets and let's do it, man. Taco Tuesday. Check out Mr. Ramon. Use the code TonyT at checkout for 15% off. Profit guaranteed. But I think this is a guaranteed winner. I took my time with this one, so I'm ready to go. Ready to start the week off. I got a action play for the Tuesday football game. But I'm really in that college basketball area right now. I like the 76ers on the money line for the NBA tomorrow. But besides that, I got my best bet right here. So y'all come check me out, give me a chance. Let's load up. I'm gonna eventually get hot. With the best bet, I'm gonna eventually get back red hot. We're still up 15 and a half units. So I'm trying to get the two. So get on board with me. So get on board with me. It's on the way. It's on the way. Christmas and all these holidays around the corner, So this is the best time right here. So get on something long term and let's load up, man. Let's do it. Check Mr. Ramon out. I know he got some hockey winners. He got some for y'all in there. He got some good props. I seen he had some good props in the football game today. So just pair us up 2-for-1 cap a deal and use the code TonyT and let us print y'all some money. But I appreciate all the love, all the support in the chat. It was a great show tonight. I appreciate y'all for coming check us out. Timmy Two Shoe, Cal Dog, who else we got in here? Keep it going, sports fan. We made the best of it with the time that we did have. So I expect to see y'all again tomorrow. Hopefully with the Dallas Stars help me win my first hockey pick. Well, it's kind of my second, but it's gonna be the first one on the show. So. It's all good vibes though, man. Good luck to everybody.
DeAndre, if your college game of the night is the Bowling Green UMass game, I don't know. I might be out of the fam here.
No. But no, like I said, man, we got some college play. We got some basketball plays loaded, and that's what we focus at. We ain't. That's just if you want get in, check it out. I mean, but mostly I got my Taco Tuesday best bet. That's what we focusing on. That's what we attacking. So y'all get on board with that. Profit guaranteed, and let's print some money. Happy Tuesday, money making Tuesday. Happy early Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy holidays. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And I appreciate you. Shout out Mr. Ramon. Shout out everybody. Hit that like button and check us out at TonySpeaks.com. Use the code TonyT 15%. Good night, y'all. See y'all.
That's it. DeAndre sends us out of here. I'm out of here. You guys, thanks so much in the chat. We'll be back tomorrow with more.
If y'all missed it, my bad, Mr. Ramon. I seen y'all was telling us go back in the early games. They cut the videos down and break them into segments for us. So y'all go check it out. Y'all hit that replay button and we got y'all some winners in this one. We got some good gems in here, man.
That's it. See you tomorrow.
Man. Good luck, everybody. Shout out Cal Dog. Shout out Timmy Two Shoe. Shout out Sports Fan. Let's go, man. Good luck, everybody. Let's go, Gonzaga. Let's go. All right, Mr. Ramon.
For more night moves.
Night moves. We the best.